All right, here I am at the house. It's my neighbor, Joseph. So one thing that's unusual about today is it's been raining all night and up into like an hour ago. So the yard and the gardens are gonna just be starting to go off. Like yesterday we were here and there were one of these sticking out, and now look at them. There's like 8 of 9 or 10 of them. Those are red hot pokers. They're really cool. They'll grow up taller than the wall here. And then there's another set of them back over there. And this other, just gorgeous looking stuff. Everything is looking sharp. We get a little bit of grass, not too much, but some. That thing's going off. That's beautiful. We just put all this mulch down to kind of highlight everything. Those are lilacs. They've already bloomed, but they still give a little bit of privacy to the next door. Hollyhocks too. That's a new thing. We're gonna plant that. There's your hollyhocks, and here's some crazy annuals that have lasted for like 3 years. I don't know why, but they're still growing. Some neighbors of ours, some prior tenants of ours planted all those. Working on a little project there. This is the side yard with a gate. I just usually keep that locked. Just repainted all the windows, trimmed out these trees a little bit. We got some lovely flowers added, so everything's looking pretty sharp. Here's the front porch. We're gonna upgrade these 2 little red chairs to something else soon. And then you have your typical Mexican style chairs there. Original divided light windows, and 2 front doors, right? Every Santa Fe house has 2 front doors. We actually kind of keep that one locked and don't use it. It just goes straight into the living room. This one is the main door in and out. So this is all adobe house built in 1911. It's on a crawl space. We have the original hot water baseboard heat, and then we've augmented it with mini splits so that we can also get cooling in here too. So really fun kitchen, nice big dining room table, deep set windows. We do have quite a few plants in here, so we ask our people to please tend to them and water them and stuff. This table is huge. You've got plenty of room for 6 people easily. We have nice wooden shutters on all the windows except for these front windows, which have just curtains, and then the other front windows in the living room, which also have curtains. We do supply an umbrella, which you would have needed this morning. I don't think it's ever been used. Now we're into the living room. We got a really nice comfy couch, comfy chair over here. Just a cool old distress cabinet thing. We actually found that on the street and put it back together again. Another mini split in here. Cool denim, sort of indigo hanging on the wall there. Another piece here that is actually a TV. So that's a smart TV. You can play your Netflix and all that other kind of stuff on there. Remote control for the fan, for the TV, for the mini split. And then this cool little record player. I got a record actually playing right now. Count Basie and Oscar Peterson on Knight Rider. This came out on Pablo Records. This got a small little record collection down here that used to belong to my friend Scott, this was his house for 25 years. He was a musician, he was a collector, he owned Santa Fe Vintage. So we took a lot of homage to him and keeping this house kind of in his style and in his honor, honestly. It's a cool old pillow that shows a lot of old vintage labels for different clothing manufacturers and things. That was something that he found. This is mine. It's an old Victrola wind up. Plays 78s. It's very cool. It works. You literally have to wind it up with that handle, and every time you play a record you got to put a new needle in too. So I've got a stack of needles down in there. It's 1 needle per side per record. And then these cabinets under here are full of 78 records, all the way down the list, all kinds of varieties, all kinds of genres, all, 100 years old. They're very, very delicate. They break very easily. So if you do play them, I just ask that you try to be as careful as possible with them. But I also won't be brokenhearted if one of them accidentally breaks, because to me, they're meant to be played and they're meant to be listened to. So that's more important to me than keeping them intact. Same thing goes with those records down there. There's some really fantastic and collectible records in that batch, so just handle with care. That's all I'll say. Most of the windows, we ask that you try not to open and close. They're just so old that if you open it, it takes 3 people to close it again. They're quite delicate. But, you can easily leave the front door open to get fresh air flow. Those windows will actually open and close without too much difficulty. These two you could open if you wanted, but to close them, you have to have somebody push from the outside. We are in the historic district, so it really makes it very tricky for us to touch any of those windows, especially the ones facing the street. That's part of the whole historic standards that we have going on in this particular neighborhood. So wood floors, all original wood floors in most of the house, but the hallways have this cool saltillo tile. Also probably original, but I'm not exactly sure. We're pretty sure the kitchen has been upgraded because it had sort of a 90s feel or 80s feel vibe when we first bought the house. So we haven't done really anything except for we painted the cabinets just to give it a little bit of fun color and stuff. These tiles were all here, all original. And then we painted the back cabinets white. But I will show you that, everything is included. We've got everything you need. Dishes, microwave, dishwasher, cleaning supplies, baking supplies. Literally, you can bake a cake. I'm like, honey, people are really going to want to bake a cake, but apparently people want to bake a cake when they go on vacation. Plenty of coffee cups, random things that get left here. We try to clear that stuff out as much as we can, but some stuff just gets left. Fridge, freezer, a couple of bowls and stuff. We've got silverware, all the kitchen things you could possibly need. Toaster, we've got a Keurig coffee maker, we've got a drip coffee maker, we have a press coffee maker. We also just put all new pots and pans with these little guys. They're all fun, different colors and stuff. And we have a couple old school cast iron pans in there too. And then one big huge thing for your pasta. Double oven. This top one's really more for like a warming, but you could definitely cook and bake in it. And that's the oven down there. Gas burner range. Again, fully stocked. All the things you need. This is a little spice cabinet, which we just took all the spices out because they were expired, but we're going to be filling those back up again. And then there is a hood. It's old school, but it works. So if you're cranking out a couple of big steaks in here, you're probably going to want to put that on. And then this is a door that goes out to the side yard where we keep the trash cans, which are one's over there right now. This fence is gate, which you saw from the other side. And we're going to remulch all this, get some fresh mulch down and stuff like that. And so this will look a little bit more finished. Just take a quick tour around here. It's more of my cleanup project there. That's all going to the dump. We just refinished these chairs. This is all teak. It's really beautiful stuff. We just refinished everything, and we've ordered some cushions too, so that'll be ready to go here pretty quick. Freshly painted windows and the doors. Again, put a little mulch down here. Everything's looking sharp. That thing got bowed over by all the rain, but it'll pop back up. That's the gate to the casita, so if you were renting both units, you would have that to go back and forth to. But if it's separate, which it's actually turned out to be most of the time separate folks, that gate can stay closed too. I'll show you the primary bedroom in just a minute. Got another little nice patch of grass out here and a couple of dead branches that we're going to be taking out next time I get the landscapers over. And then a whole nother back area here for more parking. These are actually, this tree and this tree are apricot trees. And you can tell that they're loaded again. It's like every year we just get mobbed by the apricots on this tree, which is awesome. This gate stays locked most of the time, but you have access to out in the back, which is basically parking for 2 cars and then parking for a 3rd car along the fence. And then this is a little alley back here that those people live there. And then I have one neighbor here who does short-term rentals. That's a short-term rental. They live there full-time. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but my neighbor Nora passed away a couple months ago, so her family's doing something with that. And then across the street, that building is Wood Gormley Elementary School over there. But this is like a kind of a private alley access. The main entrance to the casita is right there. I can't show you that in this video, but I have another video for the casita. This is where you would come in if you're renting the main house and you were accessing it from the back. But honestly, it's much easier to park in the front because it's close to the front door. So yeah, it's lovely out here. You do have close neighbors, but it's really private because of all the vegetation that's come up. This is that little side alley thing. Looks like my new drainage system is working. That's good. I just had the gutters all cleaned out by me. And then let's go back around into the kitchen. Oh, we got a new hose. It was the brightest color I could find. Okay, so I think we've done the kitchen pretty much. So we're really 2 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, but there's another room that's an office that could be a bedroom if it was a younger person. We have had a lot of kids stay here over the years, and that's been the kids' room basically. So this is one of the 2 main bedrooms. Really good size, nice high ceilings. There's your mini split again, but this also has the baseboard heat in it too. King size bed. This is a small library that we have of music related books, Southwestern related books. Just some things we thought people might want to check out. For sure, 109 East Palace is in there. That is kind of a quintessential read if you're interested in any sort of Santa Fe history at all. A cool painted dude. Nice deep closets, which, for a house this age is kind of a miracle to see. Back in those days, they didn't have very many clothes, so they didn't have a need for closets. So this house has them. Extra blankets and sheets. Those are little laundry baskets. We've got a whole set of drawers over here. And a nice comfy chair for sitting and reading or hanging out or whatever. Pretty room, huh? It's a cool adobe painting there. Love this one too. That's the Lady of Guadalupe. Pretty. Then we have a chamber music festival from 1990. That's cool. And then kind of an old weaving. It's a little messed up, but it's got some character to it. So full bathroom here. This is the blue bathroom. Also the Georgia O'Keeffe bathroom. Toilet, pedestal sink. Little storage area there. Some decorations, but also towels and stuff. And then bathtub with some windows, so you get some natural light in here if you like it. There's the Georgia O'Keeffe. There's another little cubby back there of storage. And then to the left here is the office. And then right through here is a little utility room with the washer and dryer, and then the primary bedroom back there. But let's check out the office. So back exit to the backyard where we just were a minute ago. You can see it's a smaller room, and there's no closet in here, tambien. So this is sort of like a day bed, but in the past we've swapped this bed out for an actual bed for when those kids were living here, but that's kind of up to you. We kind of prefer to keep it like this. A lot of our previous tenants have used this as an office because they've needed an office, and it's quite a comfortable space to work from. This room is facing south and east, so it gets the early morning light, and it gets a lot of direct sunlight in the morning, and then in the afternoon, of course, it still gets a fair amount of light. Also has a separate mini split, and we have the full volume of Georgia O'Keeffe's works 1 and 2. So if you're into Georgia O'Keeffe, you can sit down with that for a few hours. And just some other decorative knickknacks and stuff. All these windows do open, by the way, if you wanted some fresh air via the windows in this room. Okay, so washer and dryer and little utility closet area. We have some bare bone basics up here in terms of cleaners, laundry detergent, light bulbs, things like that. You may need to restock those along the way depending on what all you need, but we have enough stuff basically to get you going. This is not a closet, it's actually mechanical. That's for the boiler for the hot water baseboard heat. And then this little closet here is the hot water heater. So those are really not usable spaces, but just showing you them anyways. Probably what I've been told by the wood floor guys is that the wood floors in here are the second oldest in the house, and then the wood floors in here are the oldest in the house. So my guess is that this room was probably built first, and then they added on to the house going forward. But I don't really know for sure, because this is a different style of wood floor in here altogether. But this is the primary bedroom. It has its own attached bathroom, and it's the biggest bedroom. That's a king-size bed right there. We've got 2 dresser drawers on either side. There's your mini split. We also have direct access to the back patio via the sliding glass door, and then two very deep and usable closets. Humidifier if you need it. We've got plenty of hangers. We've got ironing board, iron, extra sheets and blankets again in here. Vacuum. We have a little bench to sit down on to put your shoes on in the morning. And another comfy chair over here. And this bed with an absolute ton of pillows. So yeah, lots of pillows. Another set of drawers here. Another cool little plant guy who lives in here, and he does great, and you hardly ever have to water him. And then this is the orange bathroom. Super orange. So you've got 2 sinks. Old school Santa Fe style tile. We added that little cabinet there to put your toiletries and stuff like that. So there's a little couple of storage cubbies down there too. Toilet, window. I could open this. You still have, like I said, even though we have neighbors like right there, there's tons of privacy. Like, it just works. And then full-on tub shower and some storage underneath here. And if in case you want to keep track of how many chimichangas you had while you're here, you can use that thing down there. So yeah, that's about it. That's about the whole house. We don't have a short-term rental permit. We do not do short-term rentals. We really don't want to do that. We want people to be here and committed and be part of this neighborhood. Many people up and down this street have lived here for decades. So we don't want a lot of coming and going on a regular basis. We want somebody to get settled in and make friends with the neighbors and get just a good vibe and a good sense of this neighborhood. So we do have a 30-day minimum rental policy. And it looks like I'm gonna have to flip the record soon. But we do include all the utilities. We also have internet through Comcast Xfinity. We have the fastest internet that you can get. It's all wireless. Some spots in that front living room are a little bit tricky because you're going through a lot of adobe walls to get to the wireless, which is back here. And you can also direct plug into the modem there if you needed to. But nobody's ever complained to me about internet speed. We've got plenty of it here, and plenty of people have been working here like full time, essentially, while they've been staying here. What else? I think that's about it. It's a cool spot. It's a cool house. I wanted to reshoot it so I could get the yard. The last video that I had of this, there was ice and snow everywhere out there. Right now, it is the early June, and we're booked from the house through, well, hold on one second. The casita is booked until November. I just booked it for August, but this house is available for the month of August. I still have an opening for August, but if you want after that or are thinking about coming out for the winter, it's available again starting in November 1st. So that's about it. I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for watching.